Our next finalist is LSU offensive coordinator Mike Denbrock. If you watch LSU's offense play this year, they were fun and they were excited and it kept the Tigers in every single game. What was really impressive was their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. I had an opportunity to see him at Arizona State because I live in Arizona, and he was up and down. Once he got to LSU under his tutelage, it's been like this. And now he's a Heisman Trophy finalist. The LSU Tigers will play Wisconsin in the Reliant Bowl. The Reliant Quest Bowl. So let's go to the videotape.
Mike Denbrock, LSU.
Daniels on first down. Gonna take a shot to the end zone. And Neighbors comes up with it.
In only his second year in Baton Rouge, Mike Denbrock has the most explosive and productive offense in all of college football. The Tigers lead the nation in total offense, 548 yards a game, and scoring 46 a game. Denbrock's Tigers scored 40 or more points in 9 games this season, and no team in the country had more plays of 20-plus yards, 30-plus yards, and 40-plus yards than Denbrock's Tigers. And his offense is balanced. They are 4th in the country in passing yards and 7th in rushing offense. His offense, the only FBS unit, averaging more than 300 yards passing and 200 yards running a game. Heisman Trophy candidate Jaden Daniels has thrived in Denbrock's offense, accounting for 50 touchdowns this season. 24 years ago, Mike Denbrock held 4 titles: assistant head coach, defensive coordinator, and offensive and defensive line coach for the Buffalo Stampeders of the Arena Football League. Today, something new for Coach's resume. LSU offensive coordinator Mike Denbrock is a Broyles Award finalist.
Well, thank you all so much. That video was extremely flattering, and I'm humbled to even be here with these other finalists. These are great football coaches, great football minds, and for me to even be in the company of these guys is a great honor for me. I hope that somewhere along the way, they come up with other great ideas so I can continue to swipe them as much as I possibly can. But my thanks to the foundation. David, thank you. Molly, Betsy, Clayton, you've been fantastic. And we won't tell everybody where your true alliance lies with the Fighting Tigers, but we appreciate you more than you know. As all of us do, there's a lot of people in our life that help prop us up and give us an opportunity to even be in a place where such a prestigious award is even possible. And for me, obviously, that starts with my family. My wife, Diane, is here. I can't do it without her. She is the rock of what we do and how we do. I'm so appreciative of her every day. She's a beautiful person inside and out and helps make me a better person, and everybody needs that in their life. Along with my wife, Diane, my sister Carolyn is here as well. I'm so glad that she made her way up from Florida. My brother Larry and his wife Tamara are also here. They're seated over here at the table. In my own household, and my light and really my why, as much as my wife Diane, is my son Chance. He's a 6th grader, a 12-year-old, and yeah, I'm a little ancient to have a 12-year-old. That's true, but he is my pride and joy, and the best thing that ever happened to me in my life by about 1,000,000 miles. And Dominic is my nephew, and he also lives with us, and obviously is brought a lot to our family as well. I love him for that. My friends came from all over to be here as well. Dave Winham is here sitting in the back, and Dave and I go way back to the Arena Football days that was mentioned in the video. He was good enough to give me an opportunity. Willie and Stevie, his sons, are here. We love them. Al McKellar, who has been a friend of mine for 40-some years, is here, and he has been by my side through thick and thin, through all of anything that I've ever accomplished in my life. He's been a part of, and I really appreciate him. This really, more than anything, isn't anything to do with me. I'm blessed at LSU with incredible resources, obviously, an incredible coaching staff to get to work with, whether that's, doesn't matter whoever's in that building. Our sole purpose is to support our student athletes every day as best we possibly can. In the offensive staff room in particular, that I get the great fortune to be in charge of, the coaches that I have in that room could very easily sit in my chair just like I am, and they could very easily be sitting and standing in front of you giving this speech, but instead it falls to me. So I want to make sure I thank them. Joe Sloan, our quarterback coach, Cortez Hankton, our wide receiver coach, Frank Wilson, our running back coach, Brad Davis coaches our offensive line, does an incredible job, as you guys in this area of the country already know. Our analysts are, Dean Penzing and Trent Miles and John McDonnell and the whole Terry Malone and the whole group of guys that we have to work with there. Paul Turner, and I'm trying not to forget anybody, Steve DeMayo and Curtis Fish are guys that make this whole thing go. So I want to make sure that I talked about all that. I got into coaching because of the impact that coaches had on me in my life. And I was very fortunate to be raised in a town of about 1,500 people. If there's 1,500 there, we had one stoplight and one yellow blinker. So I'm a country boy from way back. But the people that molded me the most were the coaches that I worked with day to day. And they gave me the inspiration to continue to try to grow into that profession myself. And I was so fortunate to have those people in my life. And then I go to college, and I ended up going through 3 different head coaches in my playing career. And all of that to say, it gave me great perspective on what I wanted to do with my life. It gave me an opportunity to kind of move into a field of service in trying to give of myself to others as much as I possibly can. And that's where the greatest joy in doing what I do comes from. I love to win. Anybody that knows me will tell you I'm a very, very competitive person. But I've gotten way more joy out of my life by watching people go on in their lives, guys that I've had a chance to work with in some small way, go on and have successes in their life and be able to achieve at a high level, whether that's as a husband or greatness in the NFL or whatever that happens to be. That's brought me more joy and gives me more energy than any win in any football game ever has. And I love to win. I'll make that clear. But that's really, really why I do what I do. In closing, I just want to say, I chose to go into coaching as much because I feel like I was born with my mother's heart. My mom was as tough as they come on the outside and as soft as you could be on the inside. And her strength, I hope I exhibit that to my son Chance, and I hope he sees a good example of how he can do and what he can achieve through me, like I did through my mother and my father, who were fantastic parents. We had a great family growing up, not much to speak of, but we had everything. And what we had more than anything was each other. So I hope that in a small nutshell tells you a little bit about my story and who I am and where I came from. And again, congratulations to these great coaches sitting over here. I'm honored to be here, and thank you so much for inviting me.